Paris, known as the City of Light, projects an image of grand boulevards and iconic landmarks. But beneath its vibrant surface, a silent kingdom exists. It stretches for hundreds of kilometers. This underground labyrinth, born from ancient stone quarries, holds a chilling distinction. It is the final resting place for the remains of more than 6 million people. This is the Paris Catacombs, an ossuary unlike any other. It is a stark testament to the city's complex and often macabre history. For centuries, Paris's earliest burial grounds became dangerously overcrowded. This included the sprawling Holy Innocents Cemetery on the right bank. Bodies were interred so closely that bones from previous burials were routinely exhumed. These bones were packed into the cemetery walls and roofs, forming a 2-meter-high mound of earth. This unsanitary crisis posed a severe public health threat. It was made worse by the continuous influx of dead from the Hôtel Dieu hospital. In 1774, a series of basement wall collapses occurred. These were directly linked to the instability caused by the overflowing graves. This finally forced authorities to act. The Holy Innocents Cemetery was then closed, and all burials within the city limits were forbidden. At the same time, another underground problem plagued the city. Paris, especially its left bank, sits atop vast deposits of Lutetia limestone. For centuries, this stone was used to build the city. However, haphazard and often illicit mining created an uncharted network of tunnels. Cave-ins became a regular occurrence. A particularly notable collapse happened in 1774 on the Rue d'Enfer. King Louis XVI was confronted with these dual crises, crumbling infrastructure and public health. He established the Inspection General of Quarries. This agency was tasked with surveying and reinforcing the precarious Parisian underground. The solution to both problems converged underground. Police Prefect Alexander Lenoir endorsed a radical idea, relocating the city's dead to the reinforced mine shafts. In 1785, the plan became law. What followed was an astonishing and grim undertaking. Starting in 1788, nightly processions of black, cloth-covered wagons rolled through the streets of Paris. They carried millions of skeletal remains from dozens of overflowing cemeteries, including the infamous Saints Innocents. These remains were taken to a specially prepared mine shaft. This massive transfer, a silent exodus of the dead, continued for 2 years. It fundamentally reshaped the city's relationship with its deceased. Initially, the underground ossuary was a disorganized jumble of bones. However, in 1810, Louis-Étienne Ricard de Thury, the meticulous director of the Paris Mine Inspection Service, envisioned a transformation. He embarked on a monumental project to convert the sprawling caverns into a formal, visitable mausoleum. His ambition extended beyond mere organization. He aimed to create a somber educational space. De Thury's vision involved a chilling form of architectural artistry. Under his direction, workers meticulously stacked skulls, femurs, and tibias into intricate patterns. These formed walls and pillars. He incorporated salvaged decorations from the former cemeteries, such as tombstones and sculptures, to complement the macabre decor. The director also established specialized rooms within the ossuary. One displayed geological minerals found beneath Paris. Another showcased various skeletal deformities, adding a scientific, almost museum-like dimension to the bone-filled chambers. To ensure public safety, this vast ossuary was carefully walled off. It was separated from the city's remaining extensive and largely unmapped tunnel network. The grim warning "Arrête, c'est ici l'Empire de la Mort," or "Stop, the Empire of Death lies here," was inscribed at the entrance. This set the tone for visitors. Within these bone-lined corridors rest the remains of ordinary Parisians, but they also hold the remains of figures who shaped French history. Many victims of the French Revolution found their final resting place here. They were transferred from cemeteries like Arancis. Among them are revolutionary icons and figures from both sides of the conflict. These include Charlotte Corday, the assassin of Marat, the 22 Girondists, and the Duke of Orleans, father of King Louis-Philippe I. Other notable figures are the infamous Madame Roland and Madame du Barry, the radical journalist Jacques Hebert, and even Maximilien Robespierre himself. Georges Jacques Danton and Antoine Laurent de Lavoisier also rest here. Their bones, indistinguishable from the millions around them, underscore the great equalizer of death. Despite the vast number of remains, only one death has ever been officially confirmed within the catacombs themselves. In 1793, Philibert Espert, a doorkeeper for the Val-de-Grâce Hospital, ventured into the tunnels. It is believed he lost his light source and became disoriented in the darkness. His body was found 11 years later in 1804. He was just meters from a staircase that would have led to an exit. He was identified only by his hospital key ring and the buttons on his jacket. This serves as a haunting reminder of the tunnel's unforgiving nature. Even today, the catacombs hold a strange allure. They occasionally reveal modern-day surprises. During World War II, parts of the tunnel system became headquarters for Parisian members of the French Resistance. In 2004, police made a startling discovery. They found a fully equipped movie theater, complete with a giant screen, seating, projection equipment, a bar, and a restaurant. It had been secretly installed by an urban exploration group. More recently, in 2017, thieves broke in from the tunnels. They stole over €250,000 worth of wine from a nearby cellar. And in a more unusual turn, in 2024, the band Queens of the Stone Age recorded an acoustic live performance. It was tidal alive in the catacombs and took place deep within the ossuary. The catacombs' presence directly beneath the city has also had a lasting impact on Paris's very skyline, because the ground above the extensive tunnel network remains unstable. The city's urban planning laws have long restricted the construction of large foundations. This means that in these areas, particularly on the left bank, you find few tall buildings. It is a subtle yet profound consequence of the silent empire that lies beneath. It is a persistent echo of history shaping the modern metropolis.